There he
is.
I am so excited. This is
splash
probably one of the coolest champion reveals that we've been able to do. I know Romanov and I have been really excited. I know Adonis and Nico have been really excited. And we're hopping right in here with the splash art. So Corvus, Nico, walk us through. Who is Corvus? What does he do? What role does he fill?
Absolutely. So Corvus is the newest support champion coming to the realm. Let me make that clear. And real quick, I just want to give shout-outs to the whole team. It's been absolutely a pleasure working with them on every aspect of this champion. It's been so smooth because they let us do what we do, essentially. But so Corvus is the son of Karn, not Khan, as I had heard some people say already. Son of Karn, Grand Magister Karn, leader of the Magistrate. He is kind of the risen through the ranks of the Magistrate by his own merit. He's come across some pretty wonky, some pretty wild things over the course of his military campaigns, even coming to lead kind of the arcane section of the Magistrate, which you guys don't even know about yet. That's crazy. And he essentially has run afoul of the Abyss. You know, Ceres tricked him into summoning Rom. He actually sacrificed a girl to turn Ceres into Ceres at the town of Ceres. If you're a bit of a lore buff, that's a little bit complicated, but we'll get there. And now he is taking the power of the Abyss into his own hands to do what must be done.
So great, man. Corvus, and obviously we're already in game with this one. I'm not even going to hold back, right? Kevin, Adonis, Nico, let's start right off by looking at his abilities. Going with his pistol. You want to kind of break that one down for us, Nico?
Sure, yeah. So his pistol is probably the most clean, so to speak, easiest to understand. It's a submachine pistol, 50 round mag, 70 damage per shot, with a pretty fast fire rate. And this is kind of a medium to short range weapon that kind of complements the rest of his kit. It's definitely impactful, while also, I think, Adonis, you could speak to filling something that we didn't actually have as far as weapons before.
Yeah, I mean, we have the heavy repeater, Khan's heavy repeater, as a automatic pistol, but this is a much different style. This is definitely a weapon that we hadn't hit before that we were excited to bring into the realm, and we think it has a unique feel to it. And shout-outs especially to Waddle once again. He did an amazing job with the sounds on this weapon, along with everything else on this character.
Oh yeah.
So great, right?
Nico, remember like the early meetings and stuff too, when everyone's trying to figure out how he would be a support and everything. I'm really happy that we went with the offhand. It was so cool. This was the first character, the first champion I've gotten to see other people. And even though I'm not like in design or anything, I got to like be in some of the meetings watching you guys kind of develop this character from the start to finish and what he became, and he's so cool.
It's been such a pleasure. I can actually run you through, Nick, if you don't mind, what we see on screen right now with the heal. So we actually see
walk me through.
Yeah, let's do it. So when you heal an ally, you see a 350 health over 0.5 second duration, so quick ticking health, and then a burst at the end, so kind of a reverse, almost a volcanic feeling to it.
And that also kind of goes along with his first active ability too, right?
Absolutely. So part of what makes Corvus interesting is that you see on the screen now, he has a mark, the Mark of Fate. If you mark an ally, you gain benefits if you directly heal them with your alt fire, or, what's also really cool, if you heal another ally, then your marked ally will gain a percentage of the health that you healed to the other ally.
That's fantastic.
This could really
like a nice little kind of balance.
Absolutely, and it can really open up, I think, a lot of different play styles. If you want to throw this on your flank, the mark will go through walls. The heal requires line of sight. You can throw this on your flank and heal your closest ally, even if they're not hurt, to get that little bit of health on your flank champion.
And, speaking of the Abyssal Dagger, right? It heals, it can do a mark, that's really solid. But Adonis, what about his second ability here? What else does that dagger let him do?
So he has an escape. This is a two-part escape, though. This is actually something that we haven't had on a support before. So you're going to see here, you throw out an Abyssal Dagger, and you can refire it right before you have a small duration, and Corvus will actually teleport to the dagger. So it is a support with a teleport aspect to it. Really cool design. Nico can probably run through the specifics around why we decided to come up with this ability.
Yeah, so we were essentially, wanting to have, and this complements to the rest of his kit, and you'll see his ult in a second here, but this projection allows for mobility that a support hasn't really had. And I, a couple times now, have jumped into fights where I definitely should not have been there, but I've also gotten out of really sticky situations because this has that vertical mobility that some other movement abilities don't have. You can throw this up in the air if you wanted to, teleport straight up. You can preemptively throw it before you get, completely knocked off the edge by an Ashe kinetic burst, for example, and teleport back to it. I think it just opens up a lot of positional intricacies with this champion.
Awesome. And, obviously, topping it all off, we have the ultimate, right? And this is Entropic Breach. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. But let's take a look at it, and then, Nico, kind of walk us through what the idea is behind in Entropic Breach and what it adds. Minus a cool animation, right?
I absolutely love what Dim did with this ultimate animation coming up and kind of shifting to the side. But what you can see right now on Entropic Breach is an area denial where you rise up into the air and can fire on targeting the ground to deal a burst of percentage health, max percentage health as damage, and then leaving behind an abyssal pool that does additional ticking max percentage health damage, which means it is equally as impactful to those who are a little bit beefier and those with lower health, in addition to causing a slow to be applied to enemies who are caught within that Entropic Breach.
Fantastic. So you get some nice area denial along with your teleportation and your healing, which is overall just a really interesting support kit that kind of fills that niche as we've been talking about, right?
9, 8, 7.
I think it adds things to Paladins that we haven't seen before, which is really, really cool. As you see on screen here, it's actually one of the recolors. Nick, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, for sure. So this is Exemplar, right? Exemplar is one of our recolors here. Exemplar, available in-game, 200 crystals, 60,000 gold, so you can buy it either way, which is really, really solid. Again, killer work to the art team for working on this. I would want to say it was Thunderbrush that tackled a lot of the splashes here for Corvus. And we're actually just going to be cycling through those splashes too. So up next, we also have Abyssal Acolyte Corvus. I love this one with the face, right? You get some nice purple in the face. And this one's actually available through our Season Pass, which is the 2019-2020 Season Pass. If you haven't picked it up already, it's just growing and growing. There's more great stuff in there. And finally, topping it off, you've got good old Golden Corvus available at Mastery Level 50 right out of the gate with an awesome dagger to boot. Just really, really solid. And kind of bringing it all home too, right? We want to hop into Pyrelord Magnus, which is, this is probably one of the coolest things that we've done for a while. It's actually a direct purchase premium skin right out of the gate for Corvus for 800 crystals. And we're looking at the splash art here. The team, again, did a killer job on that. And it's available right out of the gate for direct purchase, which is just awesome. So it's nice to have that in there. And when you guys get to check them out,